gonna go live. Good morning, YouTube, and good morning, TikTok. You are watching live with LWL Lindsay with love. Today is May 7th, 2025 on a Wednesday morning, you guys. Holy cow, we're already 1 week into May. Life is good. Life is good. If you are new to me, hi, I'm Lindsay, and I'm here to raise the frequency of the planet. And that's my soul mission anyway, and I'm doing it by reminding you how powerful you are energetically. The more people that I can remind that they are energy and spiritual beings, the more that I can help you release your limiting beliefs, reprogram your subconscious mind to success, and actually win at life. So that's what we're doing. You guys, I feel like a whole vibe with my sweater. I love this sweater. I wish I had 10 of them in a billion different colors, not gonna lie. Let me get my notes up. I was like half ready for the show, but I guess not fully. Let me get my notes up. I do want to share with you guys some interesting things. One thought I had last night or yesterday afternoon around our two worlds are kind of constantly going on two different paths. Like we're literally becoming two different Earths, not physically, but energetically speaking, and how and why that's happening. Number one. Good morning, VIP Deborah. And I had some crazy interesting dreams last night, but dang, I can't remember them to save my, like, I sort of remember them, but in my dream, I was like, is this a message? And in my dream, they were like, yeah. And I was like, oh, and I can't remember it. Maybe it'll come to me later today. I'm sure that if it's truly meant for me, it will find a way to find me, right? All right, girl, the universe is making you, let's go. Let's go. I'm going to get caught up with the comments. Good morning. Oh boy, Tina? Can you help me pronounce your name in the comments below if you're planning on sticking around? Good morning. Good morning, VIP Deborah. I think you snuck in here. VIP Jules is in the house. VIP Catherine the Enchantress is in the house. Oh my gosh, I love it. Obsessed. I was playing with names, changed Discord first, but TikTok saved it different and won't let me change it. Ooh, Catherine, what? Okay, well, I'll have to check out for another week. Yeah, that happens. So for this week, you're Catherine the Enchantress. But you could be something next week, girl. You're not stuck in that box, right? You're not stuck in that box. Don't worry. The universe is making you claim it. VIP Jewel says, no fun rope today. Jen Tenacious says, okay, Taena. Am I saying it right? Taena? Cool name. I love it. Taena. Yes. Oh my gosh, VIP Deborah says, I had the same thing happen to me. Yeah, that happens. You only get like 2 changes or 1 change every 14 days or something. Tenacious, LOL, Jen Tenacious. Yeah, Jen, I'm not talking, sorry, Jen, I'm talking to Aina in the comments right above you. And Jen, yes, no more robe. No more robe. VIP Catherine says, it'll be that, but not sure how with character limits. Let's play with it inside of Discord. You'll figure it out. Okay, so starting off the show, we've got to take a deep breath in through the nose, belly nice and full, letting it go out of the mouth. Hell yeah, you guys, I was so tired again yesterday. I'm like, what is actually happening? What is actually happening? I'm tired again today. This is so unlike me. But I did spend a lot of time journaling yesterday, getting caught up in my journal, because I don't know if you guys remember, I bought this 2025 journal and I have not written in it for 2.5 months. And I was like, oh, Lindsay Marie. So I started, and I mean, a lot of pages are blank. So I started catching up myself in my own journal. So I'm very proud of that. And kind of documenting. And of course I'm in integration mode because I just spent all of April learning YouTube, learning a totally different routine for my YouTube channel and all these things. So of course I'm integrating, and it makes sense that I'm a little bit tired. It's like energetically I did a big push, and now the energy is like seeping into my aura, and it's like, this is who you are now. And so now I'm like, okay, like I'm holding that energy, right? So of course it's going to be a little bit tiresome, and that's okay. I lied down for about an hour and I read some of my book yesterday, and I woke up feeling more refreshed, and today I'm feeling good. So honor your energy, number one, as it relates to spirituality and your spiritual journey, because that will become one of your superpowers if you actually do it. If you actually honor your energy, it will become a superpower of your own. Good morning, Sarah on YouTube. All right, let me pull these notes over here. Let me get myself situated. All right, so I was thinking about these. I was thinking about two worlds splitting and how I saw TikTok, and this is where the catalyst really was. There was a girl on TikTok, and she was like, and you guys, this is not going to be a conversation about genders. This is not going to be a conversation around stereotypes. And I don't hate any people at all, okay? But the girl was like, I don't like men anymore. And she went on to explain that it's not because of an attraction or not. It's from a physical perspective, it is because she feels, this is her thoughts, that we've done a lot of healing work as a society and as a collective, but there are a lot of men still out there that have not done it. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. My partner has done tons of healing work. He's very emotionally connected. Thank you for the butterfly. So freaking pretty, right? So we're not going to go down that path, but I started to think, what is actually happening? What is actually happening with that? Because there was a ton of people in the comments saying what they had to say, and I was reading them because I think it's interesting to kind of get into the minds of other people, like understand from a psychological perspective. And what I think, and well, actually what I know is happening because I understand energy, is this. So many people are spiritually awake now, so many. And whether there's more men than women, who the heck knows? How would I ever know that information? But there's so many people that are awakened, and it's becoming very obvious to the people that have done their healing work, the people that have not. And not necessarily that I'm repelled by anybody, but would I choose to hang out with somebody that's super low vibrational that hasn't done their healing work when I have? No. And in fact, often what happens is you start to set a boundary with the people. So you did your healing work, the other person hasn't. You start to set boundaries. They become firmer and firmer to the point where you start to kind of go away from each other, and you start to attract more like-minded high vibrational people, the high vibrational world, and the other person doesn't even have an opportunity to get into your frequency because they are refusing to do the work. Now, some people are refusing to do the work and they're awake, which is the worst suffering you could ever experience. You have the energetic knowledge, but you don't meditate. You have the energetic knowledge, but you don't follow your heart. You have the energetic knowledge, but you continue to make choices out of gratification in the short term versus the long term. I mean, there's a billion ways you could self-sabotage, right? But some people are still asleep and they just have no idea. And those people, I feel like for them, it just is what it is. But if you are awake and you're not choosing to do the work, it makes sense that two worlds are definitely taking two different paths. High vibrational path of service to others, right? Filling my cup up to fill other people's cup up to make an impact in the world, versus the other world, the other earth, which is this low vibrational kind of toxic, cyclical, hamster on the wheel, stuck energy. And it just perfectly makes sense. It's like two magnets repelling, the opposite way. Not north and south, but like say north magnets, boom, right? Negative, are magnets north? I think magnets are north-south, right? Not negative, positive, whatever. You guys get what I'm saying. VIP Aaron is in the house. Good morning, VIP Aaron. VIP Deborah says, no, I mean, the dream I got at 3 when Mark left and said to me, let me remember my dreams. I didn't. Yeah, I had such interest. I mean, I remember some of them, but I specifically remember because I was making TikTok videos yesterday about Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of this week, which is a message coming through about abundance, right? And every sign will experience it in some way. Some people will say, I didn't get a message, and I'll say, okay. I mean, like, I can't control the universe and I can't control your active participation in your own reality creation. So, okay. But I remember in my dream saying, is this my message? And they were like, yes. And I was like, oh, what? I can't remember. That's okay though. VIP Jules says, same, but I took the morning off to run errands and woke up rejuvenated and focused. Yep, you honored your energy. Good job, VIP Jules. Good job. All right. Onato. Can you help me pronounce your name? Good morning. You just started following me yesterday. Well, thank you for being here. Bex is in the house. Good morning, Bex. You snuck in on me again. Again, girlfriend. All right. I asked my old dog, Kirby, to come visit. I dreamt about him last night. Oh my gosh, I love that. Good morning, Brandy. Welcome to the show. Yeah, I mean, you can communicate with animals, right? All right, so let's get on with the show today. Deborah says to Sarah on YouTube, Sarah, I just love your video the other day on affirmations because I can see it. See it, learn it. Go, Sarah. Keep going. Haha, you said it right. Okay. Oh, but what is it? Is the emphasis on, is it like onato or onato? Onato or onato? Onato, onato. I really like to pronounce people's names right. Onato. Onato. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Thanks for helping me. Okay, so I was listening to some Abraham Hicks this morning, and Abraham Hicks, Onato. I love that. Thank you. Abraham Hicks this morning it was a combination of so many different conversations in one short video, which is why I titled this YouTube video specifically that you are meant to thrive. No matter what age, no matter where you're at in life, you are meant to. And it was really powerful, just right out of the gate, what she said. The person was talking and the person was like, I had cancer, the doctors gave me X amount of years to live, I healed myself in 8 months without any Western medicine, I went to meditation, blah, blah, blah. I did all the things. And I healed myself. And Abraham was like, we would like to interject right now and remind you that it's not that you healed yourself, you didn't do anything. Okay, it's not that you healed yourself, it's that you started to allow the natural well-being that is you, the natural vibration that is you, which is pure, positive, loving energy. You started to allow that energy to flow to and through you. So whatever resistance you had around that energy flowing to and through you, you were able to stop doing that thing that put up that resistance. And because of that, you healed yourself, right? I thought, wow, that's super cool, because sometimes we do need to release something, and other times we just need to stop doing something, right? We just need to, other times we just need to make friends with something. Maybe you need to stop complaining about money, or maybe you need to become friends with money, or maybe you need to release some subconscious programming that your mom told you never had enough money. I mean, there's a billion ways it could go, right? So do you need to release? Do you need to make friends with? Do you need to just simply let the barrier down? Like, be a little bit more vulnerable and courageous in your own life, right? So then the lady was talking about defying her own age, which I love because I believe that you can defy your own age. I don't think that you have to age in a linear fashion like most people claim, right? You don't have to turn 60 and get a gray hair and get all these wrinkles and, you know, be feeble and not be able to walk. I don't believe that. I think that you can just pick an age, be an age, stay that age, and mentally, because your thoughts create your reality, boom, you're that age. And does the body change? Yeah, but maybe not necessarily as aggressively as somebody who doesn't realize this, right? The program is every year that you get older, you get more gray hairs, you get more wrinkles, you get weaker, more this, more health concerns, more pills, whatever. That's the programming. That's the programming, right? But Abraham says that you can go on as long as you'd like, as long in this reality, as long as this reality is stimulating you with enough new ideas, and you can continue to summon. And as long as you are in a place of allowing what you are summoning, you will remain physically focused, aka alive in this body, for as long as you desire, and you can remain in the condition you choose to remain. So some people, especially inside the Cosmic Collective, know that I did suggest to a member, pick an age that you like, pick a number, choose that number, program your body to that number. You guys know who I'm talking about, and I'm not going to call it out because it's a private conversation, but we've already had this conversation months ago inside the Cosmic Collective, right? Foggy Melon, welcome to the chat. Thank you for the follow. VIP Jules says, sweet, love this. I'm going to be 30 forever. Yeah, in my mind, I'm 24. I've been 24 for however many years. 1, 2, no, I'm just joking. Tanea says, I dreamed of 2 white pigeons inseparable flying together in the blue sky. Ooh, I would Google search like spiritual meaning of 2 white pigeons to see what that means. Scorpio Tings, welcome to the chat. Thank you for the follow. Scorpio Tings says, I'm gonna be 25. Yeah, I mean, I'm 24. I'm not really technically, but like, and so be mindful here. If you're picking an age because of, like, I just chose 24 just cause, like, I love the number 24. It just feels good to me. I don't really like odd numbers, really personally don't love prime numbers. I don't know. I don't know, you guys. I just picked it, and it feels good, feels right. If I think about 24, like, I don't think of anything specific that happened in my life or whatever. But say you were trying to heal yourself from dis-ease in the body, disharmony in the body. Maybe you're trying to heal yourself from subconscious programming or an experience that happened to you. Then pick a year before when everything was better or better or less hard or whatever. Pick a year and then just tap into that energy, activate it inside of you. She says that, and let me skip up into the notes because Bashar actually says too, Bashar says that, channeled by Daryl Anka, Bashar says that you actually don't age when you're in flow state. like a typical linear aging. So for example, if you're somebody who can tap into a creative flow state like I can, you know what it feels like to just be in the zone all day, every day. You're like, I'm working, not even working, I'm creating, and I'm in it, and I'm focused, and the music in the background is vibing with me, and I'm just typing away, or I'm painting away, or whatever your art is. Maybe you're creating Excel files for your job, and you're creating this whole big project, and you're just in the zone. It's like your thing, and you're tapped in, and hours go by. But you feel like when you look at the clock, it was like 20 minutes. It just feels like everything went so fast, so easy, so simply. Then Bashar says you didn't actually age those 4 hours, you only aged those 20 minutes, like whatever it really felt like. So I'm going with it. And in fact, I'm going with it to the point where I am, and you can do this for everything. You can reverse like vision issues. I started working with my eyesight just as like a fun experiment back in Las Vegas. So back in like 2022, 21. And when I went to my eye doctor, he was like, your vision is actually improved. And I was like, yeah, that's not surprising. And he was like, why? And I was like, well, I've been working on manifesting better vision. So the next thing I'm going to try to do, and let's see if it like how long it's going to take. I know I can do it, right? Is I want to manifest perfectly straight teeth. I used to have braces when I was little, and then I didn't wear my retainers because I was a bad girl. I don't know. Because why? Why would I continue to do that when I don't have to, when the braces are off? And I have a little chipped tooth right here. So I'm going to try to realign my teeth. I don't know. Why not? Like, why not give it a shot? Why not give it a shot? VIP Erin says, ladies, I'm not exaggerating. Turning 50 has been so much fun. I'm staying here. Yeah, and so Abraham Hicks says, you don't have to choose an age in the past. You can choose an age like in the future where you feel like you're going to be your most confident ever. Like, for example, I feel like the last couple years I've really stepped into who I am, like authentically. I feel powerful. I feel empowered. I feel safe to share my truth and share my knowledge and all these things. So maybe when I go further up in age, I will choose this age. Like, I don't know, right? I don't know. But you don't have to pick an age in the past. However, if you're trying to heal from something, I think it would be beneficial to pick an age in the past where you weren't diagnosed, you weren't labeled with that energetic thing, right? So give it a shot. And VIP Erin, I love that you share that. And I think that's super empowering for many, many women out there and people in general. No age here. I am what I am. VIP Deborah says, yeah, we're all limitless anyway. We're all infinite, energetic beings. Tanea says, I'm much older. My body can't do 25. Is choosing 40 a good thing? Yeah, choose whatever feels right for you. I mean, I can't decide for you. I really can't. You know intuitively what would feel right for you. You love my outfit. Thanks. I do really enjoy the fact that I'm not in my robe because I'm sitting crisscross right now in my chair. And that feels kind of fun and different. So I guess the no robe has its benefits. The no robe has its benefits. So Abraham does say, she says that you can pick any age, fixate on it, and claim it as your own. She says that you're ageless and timeless because source energy is responding to you. So everything about decline, in other words, when she says decline, she means like feebleness, getting older, the wrinkles, and not even physically, kind of physically, like the tiresome energy, the fatigue, the whatever else, right? She says everything about decline is really about pinching off of energy, restricting energy. She says none of it is about moving forward through time. She says the reason most people decline with time is because they pick up more things to worry about and they push against those things, but it doesn't need to be that way. Doesn't need to be that way. So you guys know, if you've known me or you've been hanging out with me for a while, you know that I've had multiple moments where I was thinking probably this is my time to leave my physical body and transition into whatever is next for me. And when those moments happened, it actually just empowered me to no longer be afraid of transitioning out of my physical body. So if you don't have worries about that, boom, you're in a really good place. Why? Because you can create without any sort of like hesitation, right? I mean, at this point, I told my mom the other day, I was like, am I a cat? Do I have 9 lives? And if I do, maybe I only have like a few left. She was like, Lindsay, don't say that. I was like, okay, mom, I'm just teasing, but you're right. Don't say that. Abraham says that our reality is age conscious and it demands that we act our age. And you guys know that anytime somebody is demanding something, they're imprinting that demand upon you, which means you got to do a really good job of shielding it and saying like, whoa, 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 that's your belief, mister, not mine. Don't you try to push your beliefs onto me. I'm not the one. Okay. And she says that this imprints upon us and it influences our physical bodies through the visions of old people, right? If you say, okay, think of an elderly person, maybe you're thinking of somebody with a cane, in a wheelchair, feeble, hunched over, gray hair, bald, big glasses, thick glasses. I don't know, like, right? Because that's like what society has shown us. But it doesn't have to be that way. And many texts talk about humans being on Earth for 400-year-old humans, right? Old texts, religious texts. So, I don't know. If you're somebody who takes all the religious texts seriously, then when you would have to take that seriously, which means that we could live much longer. I do believe, and when she's talking about like summoning things that keep you excited about your reality, I believe that. I think that this is an intuitive thought of mine. I have not studied this, so please just, this is my own intuitive belief. But I believe that the second that you lose your creative spark is the moment that you start to energetically decline. So you've got to continue to try new things. Continue to try new things. Try this, try that. By the way, you're never going to know what you're brilliant at if you don't just try, right? I was talking to my partner last night and I was like, you know, I love manifesting. I love teaching about manifesting. I love teaching about spirituality. I said, but people love me teaching them about astrology. So maybe that's my lane. And in fact, the stars say, yeah, that is so. Teaching about astrology and energy. I said, you know, there's people on the internet that are really good at talking about manifesting better than me. So I'm going to let them do that. It's not to say that I'm not going to still talk about it, but it won't be my main focus. My main focus is helping you transform yourself by transforming your energy through tools, energetic tools, awareness tools like astrology, like the chakra system, some human design, right? So pick what you want to be it, basically. VIP Jewel says to VIP Aaron, I feel that though. I have friends who have said the same. I'll see what 50 feels like and then choose. But I claim no age for now. VIP Deborah says, I'm going with, I'm getting caught up with the comments, you guys. I'm going with Bashar. Yeah, right? VIP Aaron says to VIP Jules, I'm really bothered by age. I am, however, bothered by my kids aging suddenly, though. My son, VIP Jules says, my son is legally blind and plays football. Someone asked him how he sees to play, and he said, because I don't tell myself that I'm blind. I tell myself I can see and do anything. Oh my gosh, that is so awesome, VIP Jules. That's a very empowered soul. You have a very empowered son. And I bet you he's taught you many things in life, huh? Being that you get to be his mom. That's super cool. Yeah, I mean, come on, it's so cliche, but the only limit you place upon yourself is the one that you place upon yourself. The only limit that exists is the one that you put upon yourself. You are a limitless being. You are a limitless being. Oh my gosh, yeah, everyone's like, yeah, Jules, thanks guys, he's low-key a superhero, I just adore him. Yeah, he sounds so cool. Age Schmage VIP Jewel says, I'm going to act like me. Amen to that. Yes, I say that all the time. Go on, VIP Aaron. VIP Jewel says, VIP Deborah, well, you guys are so chatty in the chat this morning. I love it. The energy is back. Like, I can feel the vibe is back. VIP Jewel, oh boy. VIP Jewel says, VIP Deborah, well, then I'm going to keep doing it. You are a true inspiration. VIP Aaron says, am I noticing the people are always really loving the relationship astro videos? It's all the astrology videos. And I mean, it makes perfect sense. Like, if you look at my chart, I am here to teach spirituality, astrology, like all the things. So yeah. Yeah, so yeah. I just truly believe, like, my son, like, for me, I think you are meant to stand in your sun sign energy. So because the sun is a luminary and the sun is where you shine the brightest. It's the brightest star. So when you think about the sun in your astrology, in your birth chart, like, my sun is in Pisces. Pisces, the energy of faith, the energy of trust, the energy of understanding how to connect with your spiritual essence. Pisces, the energy of kind of otherworldly things and ideas. In my 9th house of life philosophy, teaching, higher wisdom, higher education, spiritual journey of sorts, far and wide and distant shores. publishing and sharing my knowledge. So if you were to just step into your sun sign energy and shine, freaking shine, and do not let anybody dim your light, because who the hell are they anyway? Then boom, you're gonna win at life. So when I think about that, like I do still, like I will always teach this, which is transformation. Thank you for the butterfly. This butterfly is so beautiful. Thank you for that. I will always teach transformation because in my mind, my sun, Pisces energy, spiritual transformation, it makes sense. Spiritual coach, spiritual guide, that is the sun in the 9th house in Pisces. It's just perfect. It just vibes with me and my energy. But for me specifically, my next goal is to ensure, no matter what, that every time I post an astrology video, I'm not just giving what the potential is in the sky, I'm giving advice or direction on how to use it. Because I get a lot of people still saying, nothing happened for me, it's been an awful year. And I just write back, like, it will continue to be an awful year as you continue to say it's an awful year. Because you have to become an active participant, and not just an active one, but an intentional participant in your life to actually create your reality. So that's where I'm going with my astrology. So I think you'll start to see more astrology from me, or lots of astrology from me, but in a way that it's transformational and useful and not simply entertaining. And I feel like I'm trying to already do a very good job of that, but I probably could get better. To be honest, VIP Deborah says, I like having you tell me when things are happening so I can be aware, but it's too much for me to look into because I feel like it's too much for me to learn and hold. Yeah, you don't have to. You don't have to. It's not meant for you to have to learn all the time. It's just, here's what's happening in the sky. May is a big month, so I would pay attention in May. I really would. But sometimes it's not going to be so blatantly obvious. And if you're super connected, like you are, VIP Deborah, and you're very aware already, the astrology isn't going to have as much of an impact on you. In fact, you are in a good position to use the energy in the sky to propel your life forward. Whereas other people who are not so aware, they haven't done the energetic work, they're not as in tune with themselves yet, it's more like an imprint upon them versus a useful tool. And so my goal is to help people understand that it's a useful tool rather than this is happening to you versus this is happening for you and it's up to you to take advantage of. That's my goal with that. Let's get back to the show. Oh my gosh, you guys, so many comments. Good morning, Maria. Welcome to the chat. Petals and Pose. Yes, he has VIP Jules. Can I ask an off-topic question? Sure, go ahead. VIP Deborah says, VIP Aaron says to VIP Deborah, similar. Right now I'm in a season of just tell me what I need to know. Yep. You know what you guys need to know? Keep following your heart. That's the one thing you need to know. Always. Always, always. Always follow your heart. Maria says, I'm reading about Obi, and a vibration that needs to be reached within meditation. I don't even know what that is. I mean, I've heard of it, and a vibration that needs to be reached within meditation. Says who? There's no such thing as a spiritual guru, by the way. So says who? I would ask Maria. Says who? Says the person that experienced it. But does that mean everybody's meant to? I don't know. Anyone else glitching? Am I still glitching? Yes, I had to restart. Oh, womp womp, you guys. Same, 12th house sun and Mercury. Brandy, yeah, 12th house sun for you. Yeah, big time. Same, right? And then I would say in what sign? And then you would get even more of the vibration of that thing. So you're meant to like really live a spiritual life and show people the spiritual way and show that faith is a real thing and you can cultivate it and trust and be connected. And then what sign would depend on like how that energy flows out of you, right? Do I read people's charts, Carrie? I write reports. They're 50 plus pages. They're $395. If you want to buy one, you should get in because I have nobody in my queue right now. And why do I write rather than read them? Because then you can go look back and you don't have to sign up again next year with another astrologer. So I do read I write birth chart reports. I do read them, of course, because it's a language, right? So, all right. Do I help interpret charts, Brandy? Yep, just answered that question, so thank you for that. I always tell my kids, VIP Jewel says, you have to believe to receive, and that does not just apply to Santa. Amen to that. She does the most incredible reports, 50 plus pages. Thank you for that, VIP Erin. VIP Deborah says, and that is why I love you, Lindsay. You teaching me that you were saying that maybe is your niche because your thing cut off, VIP Deborah. My energy is so low lately. Is this collective? Lucky girl, My energy was low. I don't know. I think it's a big month of transformation. I also personally did a lot in April. Like when I say a lot, like energetically pushed myself. So is it the collective? I don't know. Is the collective in charge of you? Not necessarily, right? Not necessarily. So I wouldn't necessarily disempower yourself by saying, oh, it's this. I would simply say, I'm low energy, so I need to rest. And just rest if you can. Deborah says, Brandy, I go over all of her reports I purchase all the time. Very helpful in my life. Oh, Brandy, you're also Pisces. Oh, wow. Yeah. I mean, that's awesome. For sure. You came here to tap in and connect and vocalize, especially with Mercury in the 12th, vocalize your knowledge around spirituality. Really let people know, right? Let people know. But probably you're a little bit shy or a little bit more reserved with that energy in the 12th house. So it might take a little coaxing out of you, right? To the right audience, the right people. All right, so back to Abraham Hicks. She says, so they go back to talking about healers. And I do want to share with you guys, this is really empowering. This is super helpful to understand and know. She says healers don't really heal. Now, if you learned Reiki from me, if you've taken my Reiki master course and you were attuned by me, I will remind you all the time, you are simply a channel for another person. You're a vessel of energy and you're a vessel of love and light, but you're not actually healing anybody. They're allowing themselves to tap into their wholeness. They're allowing themselves to let beautiful high vibrational energy flow to and through them and bring themselves back into harmony. But what she says is healers don't really heal, but they focus on the well-being that their client desires. And the healer influences the person. Sorry, my nose is a little bit tingly with all these bloom, the leaves are blooming, everything's blooming here. She says the healer influences a person to be in receiving mode and allow wholeness in more so than if they were not working with the healer. Okay? So this is why, and we learned this, you guys, I can't remember for the life of me who we learned this from. Was it maybe Florence Scovel Shinn? I can't remember off the top of my head. But we learned that you simply need, it might have been Neville Goddard now that I think about it. You only need one person to hold you as successful in their mind for you to be successful. Something energetically happens where if I view you as whole, healthy, successful, wealthy, with the best life you've ever desired, it has to come to you. It has to. Because I can see it for you, right? So I have this interesting thing about me where people will say something like, could you imagine if like da 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 da, and it's like this beautiful imagination and this beautiful vision and picture, and I'm like, yes, I can imagine that. And then somebody will say something else and it's like, could you imagine if you were like stuck in this, I don't know, I'm not even gonna vocalize anything, it's just like this low vibrational, really negative idea, and I'm like, I actually cannot imagine that. Like my brain, I cannot imagine that. I can only imagine like the biggest, most expansive things. Now I think once again, I have big Pisces energy in my chart, right? Pisces with their big imagination. So when you have somebody in your corner that's holding you in the highest vibration always and seeing you in that way and in that light, you start to propel off into your life. Now, do I do anything for you? No, other than hold you in the highest love and light and vision. But you, because you feel that and it's vibrating off of me, feel propelled to take action toward that lifestyle, toward that life. It's super cool. Super cool. Good morning, Lisa. Welcome to the show, VIP Lisa. Brandy, I don't do live schedulings. It's a report. You purchase it from me, you send me, during checkout, I get your birth details, and then I spend time, typically like up to 30 business days, writing your report for you, 50 plus pages. So we're not sitting down together, it's a report that you'll read. VIP Deborah says, I'm a conduit for the energy. Yep. VIP Aaron says, when the full moon is in your moon sign, anything to consider to be... VIP Aaron, bye. Girl, bye. Ask that in Discord, please. I'll answer in Discord. Can you just drop it in Discord? Because that's way off topic, and I don't want to go into like astrology brain. I want to stay focused in here. Oh my gosh, you crack me up. You crack me up. You don't have to apologize for it being off topic. But that's the power of being inside the Cosmic Collective. When those thoughts come into your brain, drop them into the spiritual chat questions and I will answer them for you. You guys know that. The link for a birth chart report is in her link. She has payment plans. Well worth it. Thank you, VIP Erin. Yep, I do. VIP Deborah says, as soon as I hear low vibrational comments, I turn it right around. I've gotten very good at that. Yeah, perspective and energetic shifting, right? Shifting. VIP Jewel says, yes, and the Cosmic Collective holding my energy has changed my life. It's the power of it. It's super powerful. The beautiful part of synergy and collective energy is that you're not just hearing it from someone like Abraham Hicks or Bashar, where they're channeling entities. You're hearing it from people like Simon Sinek, who is a brilliant motivational speaker and kind of life philosopher. You're hearing it from Neville Goddard. You're hearing it from science even, right? You're hearing it from all these different kind of niches or industries. So when you hear it from multiple different places and different vibes of different people, you have to believe it's true. Like in my mind, I'm like, okay, I accept that. Sometimes people want to just battle an idea, and I'm like, wouldn't it just be easier to just freaking accept the idea? Like, why are you trying to battle it? Why are you trying to prove it out? You're not going to prove it out until you accept it. So, like, why are you fighting it? Why? Please, help me understand. Why are you fighting the idea? If it's a useful idea, a useful belief, just pop it into your brain. Boom, I accept that. You will manifest much faster and easier. All right, so you only need one person to hold your vision. If you need that person and you don't have anybody in your life, that's where the Cosmic Collective comes in handy. It is a spiritual and transformative community where I'm teaching you energetics. I'm teaching you how to move forward and take action and find discipline and will and patience and all those powerful things that you can cultivate to actually manifest your best life. Once you join, you get immediate access to over 10 months of spiritual energetic lessons from me. You get access to all the replays, spiritual Q&A replays, energy healing replays. We meet twice a month together for questions, and we meet once a month together for energy healing. It is currently $49 a month. Only. I say only because probably the price will rise soon. All right, let's keep going. She says, so let's see. So let's see what I'll say. It's so many kind of different things. She's talking also about like her cat. The lady that is talking to Abraham Hicks is talking about her 27-year-old cat, and like, is the cat old because like older than a normal cat because the lady believes that we're ageless and timeless. And Abraham says the cat actually taught you that. You didn't teach the cat that, but you're vibing off of each other. And she says sometimes we get like these soul animals, these soulmate animals, and they're soulmates because maybe perhaps that really is an animal form, a soulmate of ours, to teach us and heal us. Like my little dog for sure helped heal me. She helped me become way more confident, more maybe extroverted in a sense, or more social with strangers, more open to those connections, and more confident for sure. But she also says that sometimes the reason you find like a soulmate animal is because collectively we're all from the same consciousness, right? Even animals, us. Yesterday we learned, or a couple of days ago with Deepak Chopra, he taught us that we are the universe. So we are the evolution of all the cosmos and of all species. So that's quite interesting. Now Abraham Hicks is confirming that, saying from a consciousness perspective, it's all encompassing. So sometimes we are in our animal, like our energy, and that's why we vibe and we bond with that energy so much. She also says that if you have an animal that transitions, you can manifest that energy back into your next animal, right? I don't know if anyone saw from a while ago, I saw these TikToks. This lady was like, her like soulmate horse had passed and transitioned, and she got a new horse, and she was like, please let this horse, be the same horse, because she was just so like enamored and in love with her horse. And like an animal communicator was like, yeah, and like down to like the printings and the markings on the horse is very like, whoa. It was very whoa. I was like, that's cool. And I believe that. I believe that can happen. What else? The lady asks about why we choose the family we choose if the family feels very negative for us and we're trying to be very high vibrational beings, specifically when we are in soul form and not physical form, because we're supposed to be pure positive energy. So like, if we're pure positive energy, why did my pure positive energy choose like this experience? And Abraham says it's because your soul knew that the environment that you went into would shape the person you are today, and that it was totally worth it. It was totally worth it because you're so in love with the person you are today. And the lady was like, yeah, that's totally true. So that was a pretty like straightforward, easy, simple answer, and probably obvious for most of you if you've studied Dolores Cannon or you're integrated into this knowledge. And lastly, she talks about manifesting. She says, I feel like I want to manifest a car, for example, and the car that I wanted, I went to the car dealership and I wanted to get this car and they didn't have it or whatever. And when I was leaving the car dealership, a lady in the exact car, exact model, color, everything I wanted almost hit me with that car. And she was freaking out because she had just bought that car an hour ago. And the lady was like, that could have been my car, but like the lady just bought it. So like, what the heck? And then she gets home and the exact car that she wants is parked next to her spot at her apartment complex. And she knocks on the neighbor's door and she's like, is this your car? Like, where did you get it? And the neighbor is like, oh, this is a rental car. We have people visiting from out of town. And so the lady asks Abraham, I'm getting kind of like annoyed because now like I know that it's close to me. Like I'm seeing it everywhere, but it's not mine yet. And like, why? Why is it not mine yet? And Abraham says, well, it's important once in a while to look around and pay attention to where your vibration is and what's manifesting in your reality. She says that when you see something that's swirling in your reality but not quite there yet, Abraham replies, did you learn how to ride your bike on the first try? And the lady's like, well, no. And Abraham's like, okay, then tweak your vibration a little. Like, you know it's on the way because it's swirling in your energy. It's like my private clients, like job after job after interview after interview after job after potential job. And I'm like, girl, it's here. Stay focused. Don't go into like, why isn't it here? Don't become impatient. It's here. We just need to tweak a little bit more. And that final tweak was really powerful. It was me, I sent her over a recorded meditation of her day in the life. And she said for 7 days straight, she just listened. And then finally she got an offer. And I was like, I know this is the job for you. It checks every single box you wanted. And you were patient enough to let the universe deliver exactly what you wanted. And that last little boost was her just reminding herself of the power of her patience and her faith. That's it. So Abraham says, keep adjusting your vibration to see what's next. Eventually it has to be yours. And that's also why I get excited, when I say sometimes like, Warren Buffett appeared in my vortex today. And you guys are like, yeah, okay, whatever. It's the YouTube algorithm. But I'm like, yeah, probably not, because I don't talk about Warren Buffett. I don't read about Warren Buffett. I don't even say the man's name. But lately he's on my YouTube For You page. And I'm taking that as a sign that wealth, massive wealth for me, and because I have it, I can extend it to others through either charity work or philanthropic work or teaching for free or whatever it is, will be mine, right? That's why I get excited for those moments. Because when something new just pops into your vortex, that's indicative of your frequency in that space. It's exciting, in my opinion. Okay, so she says, what trips up people is that they're caught up on the manifestation. She says, stay focused on just offering your vibration. And when you're aware of doing it, that means you're deliberately creating. You're focusing deliberately on what it is you desire. And who tells us? Deepak Chopra tells us, attention and intention and attention. You have to have an intention and hold your attention on your intention. Intention and attention. Intention and attention. Abraham Hicks calls it deliberate creation. In other words, you're focused on your vibration and what you're creating. You're not focused on like the end result and so attached to it. You're simply focused on 1 foot forward every day. You know it's on the way. You know it's on the way. It must be on the way because you're working toward it every day. She says, but she says it's also nice to know that after the fact that what you created was in response to your vibration. So when the manifestation comes, yes, it's exciting because you're like, okay, good, because I've been holding this vibration for so long that finally it's here and that feels so good. And of course it does. It always feels good to reach culmination or fruition on something. Holy cow, 30 comments. You guys, I gotta get caught up. But I'm almost done with the show, so I want to just finish the final thought and then I'll get caught up with the comments and then we're gonna manifest together. She says, either way, you can offer your vibration pre-manifestation or you adjust your vibration post-manifestation. You're always adjusting your vibration. You're adjusting until you get it, and then you get it and you either love it and now you want more of it, or you love some of it and you want to tweak it to make it even better, and now you're just adjusting your vibration some more. So at the end of the day, it's simply just constant fine-tuning of your own personal vibration. And by the way, the more that you know about your birth chart, the easier this will be. Because how are you going to know how to adjust or where to adjust if you don't know your energy? And your birth chart is your energetic blueprint, right? So food for thought there. She says to stay in this energy of I'm close and it feels good and I know that I'm never going to really get it done because I'm limitless and ageless and timeless, so I'm constantly creating. So I'm never going to finish creating because I'm ageless and limitless and timeless. So she says you stay in this energy of I'm close and it feels good and I know it's never going to be the end, or I'm never going to get it done anyway, so I'm just going to keep going on this path for funsies, and it will keep unfolding in a very exciting yet obvious and comfortable way. She says on the flip side, your attitude becomes, where is it? It's not on the way. I know I'm doing all the right things, but it's not here yet. I'm missing it. I keep missing it. How come it's not mine? She says then you're viewing your manifestation is actually holding you back. It's actually holding you back. You're creating resistance in those spaces, right? Impatience, we all know, is like taking one step backwards when it comes to your manifesting. And that is a very impatient attitude. Where is it? I'm doing everything right. I don't believe this. Imagine you're doing everything right and you're like a day away from getting everything you've been manifesting, and you get so pissed off and impatient and frustrated that you just scrap it all. Imagine. That would suck so freaking bad. Like, don't do that. Don't be that person. You're smarter than that. You're wiser than that, and you know your energy. So don't do that. Don't. She says the one way that you can stay in this like feel good energy is to always look for things that please you everywhere. Look outside your window, you have nice big trees, and that's pleasing to you because they provide shade and beauty. And you go to a restaurant and you see a family and they look so happy, and that's pleasing to you because it's nice to see happy families together. And you go out on the street and I don't know, you see a little bird or you hear a bird chirping, and that's pleasing to you because they say when birds chirp, it means you're safe. So you're in a safe environment, right? I mean, you could find beauty in anything, really. So this is my own thought. At the very end, I'd like to share this thought with you, which is this, around manifesting and earning and allowing. Because I don't think it's necessarily an idea of earning so much as it is allowing. Like, I allow people to join the cosmic collective. I allow my abundance to flow to me. I allow my health and my beauty and my vitality and my vibrancy and my high vibrational energy. I allow it to flow to and through me. I allow my higher self to guide me. I allow myself to follow my heart, right? So I'm allowing all these things. And I'd ask you to reframe any ideas around earning to allowing. But I don't want you to get it twisted, because allowing means you're still an active participant. You're still taking action. You're still taking intentional action. But I think the word earning sometimes implies that there's hard work involved, that you must be worthy of something. You're only worthy of it because you earned it, like whatever that means, like literally whatever that means. There's so much invisible work, energetically speaking. For those of you that are on your journey, you know that. So if you're doing the invisible work, like for sure you've earned it. But more so, you're not earning it, you're allowing yourself, open yourself up to your expansion and abundance, right? So play with that word, allow. What are you allowing into your life? Now, it could go both ways. You might be allowing crap into your life. And if that's the case, then stop allowing that. Put up some boundaries, right? 43 comments, you guys. Like, dang. Let's go. VIP Jewel says, this cosmic collective holding my energy has changed my life. Go on, VIP Jewel. Cinnamon is in the house. Maybe still. Good morning. Hello. If not, I missed her. All right. VIP Deborah says your place of birth time, date of birth, and then you have to report to go over and over always. Yep. VIP Aaron says, I will. I know I felt bad right after I hit send, but it hit me instantly, and I'll always forget later. It's okay. I won't forget. You want to know if your full moon is landing in the sign of your moon, is that going to affect you more? The answer is yes, of course. Right? Anytime that you have transiting planets making aspects to your natal planets, it's going to hit you harder, affect you more. Let me rephrase that, because you're not letting the planets dictate your life, VIP Aaron, or anyone listening. It's not going to hit you harder or affect you more. It is a stronger energy for you to work with, to collaborate with. So yes, but I'll write it out in the comment or inside of the collective too, inside of Discord. Carrie says, gotta run, but glad I joined. Glad you're here, Carrie. Sorry I missed you. Jules says, the Cosmic Collective will help you make your dreams come true. My life has changed completely. I'm just a few months A few months in. Oh, in just a few months. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. You VIP Jules, I'm so glad you decided to join. It's just such a great additional energy to the collective. Like, all of you bring something so beautifully unique and specific, but in a way that's like, it completes the puzzle. It's like the wholesomeness of the group, yet the individuality inside. I can't even, words are a limiting construct, right? I can't even describe it energetically. Very, very powerful meetings. We are, VIP Deborah says. Yep, exactly. Beck says, I saw that horse video. I absolutely loved it and believe it. Yeah, right? That was super cool. I was like, whoa, that's awesome. VIP Deborah says, I believe that some of my cats are some of my past children that were unable to be born. That could be. It could be. And VIP Aaron says to Bex, horses are so spiritual. I think, yeah, I think so too. Horses, elephants, dolphins. Honestly, I think all animals. I feel sad. Like, I used to like think like, oh, just like swat the fly. You know, when you're little, your parents had a fly swatter, and now I'm like, don't, just let it out of the house. Like, why are you killing it? Even a little gnat. I was eating dinner outside last night. A little gnat landed on my quesadilla, and I just used my fingernail and I just like grabbed it, and I like fly, little gnat, fly away. VIP Jewel says, that does make me wonder if I chose my family but it was adopted. Did my soul know who would adopt me? I don't know. I mean, that's an interesting question, because what I learned from Dolores Cannon, Grandma Dolores, is that she says that the soul can bounce in and out of the body of the child from about the ages of 0 to 2. And I'm like, whoa, that's interesting. So like the soul is like astral traveling back and forth. So maybe, I don't know how old you were when you were adopted, Jules, but also maybe like I do believe that we set ourselves up with very specific karma and catalysts. And that's like a big experience for somebody, right? It really is a big experience at a very young age. So I do have to wonder if there was something that your soul really desired to experience from that experience and to evolve and grow from. I have to wonder. But I don't know the answer, but intuitively maybe you do. VIP Aaron says to VIP Jules, I'm inclined to think that your soul chose to come knowing who it would be at least. Jill, welcome to the club. Thanks for being here. Warren Buffett is a very smart man, VIP Deborah says. Followed him for years and years. He's in Omaha, Nebraska. Yeah. VIP Jill says to VIP Aaron, as soon as I asked, I answered myself, of course you knew. Yeah. Interesting, Jill says. Linda, welcome to the show. Thank you for the follow. And in that order, VIP Deborah says, I love this lesson this morning. Well, I'm glad that you're here, VIP Deborah. For those of you that enjoyed this show, I do go live Monday through Wednesday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to catch me Thursday, Friday, and have more access to my energy, the Cosmic Collective is the only place on the internet where you get that. It's only $49 a month. So Cosmic Collective members, remember tomorrow, you're not going to go onto TikTok, you're going to go into Discord. Sarah says on YouTube, the Cosmic Collective highlights our dynamic nature. It really does. And it showcases that you can have people from all different walks of life, all different creative idea backgrounds, all the things, and come together in a collaborative way. And it's so empowering. So empowering, right? 100% VIP Deborah says. So yeah, Cosmic Collective members, remember we are going to go into Discord tomorrow morning. I'm going to go into the voice channel. And let's see what happens. I think I'm just going to do some motivational, like, let's get going for the day. Chime in if you want, because you'll be able to talk to me, I think, directly, rather than type, which is exciting. So if you want to jump in and say something you want to say, or declare out what it is you want to accomplish for that day and really, like, set the tone, that will be a good idea. We'll have to just play with it. It's going to be the first time, so collaborate with me inside of there. VIP Ernst says to VIP Jewel, sometimes we just need to type out, or ask out loud, type out loud to hear our answer. Yep, sometimes. Never what? Never is not my vocabulary. Sorry, sneeze. Love this lesson. Talia, welcome to the chat. Thank you for the follow. All right, you guys. Holy cow. VIP Malal, thank you for being here. I didn't even see you sneak in. You're like Bex. You're sneaky like that. Not in a bad way. VIP Jewel says, yes, I stopped and watched a bag blowing in the wind at work the other day. My coworkers asked me what I was looking at. I said, it's just beautiful. It really is, isn't it? Okay, I'm a Taurus and we'll get a job soon. Yep. You'll get a job if you move toward working on getting a job. Yeah. All right, you guys. Jamie's in the house. Good morning, VIP Jamie. How did your haircut go? All right. From birth, but lived in foster until 3 months. Yeah, I would say that I think your soul probably knew. That's my guess. Intuitively, but yeah, I think that's my guess. HHM, I don't do those types of readings on these live shows. I trust that whatever you desire will find its way to you. So keep taking action toward your desires and stay focused on you having that new job. And I think it will find its way to you. It's cute. VIP Jamie says, I believe that. I believe that. Okay, we are going to switch over to VIP only live. So YouTubers, have a great day. Sarah, I'll see you on Discord. And